I've understood that there are inner dimensions, dimensions like sleep. Dimensions like sleep, I came to understand, I've come to realize, is actually the fifth dimension. The fifth dimension is actually just a line, another line of frequency in which you come to be in a certain state of your mind awakening, like sleep. The fifth dimension is a sleep dimension of the body, because the fifth dimension actually lays on a higher dimension, which is around 50,000 megahertz, because while you're asleep, your eyes are not functioning. They move around constantly while you're in REM sleep. And you go from the third dimension, which is reality, to the fifth dimension, which is sleep, dream world, if you want to come to rationalize that. I would assume it's called the fifth dimension because if you translate it properly, the fifth dimension would mean the fifth line. So it would be the fifth line of understanding, because you're in your translation of the world that you are in, without anything stimulating your brain, external stimulations like the background behind me, or this phone I'm recording on, or even yourself, or the light that is being produced by the LED light. So you're completely, you're completely unbothered by any external stimuli. So your brain is actually functioning a lot more higher in frequency. So your reality is changed from the third dimension up to the fifth dimension because of the lack of external stimuli. And you receive a lot more different messages as a clairvoyant or clairaudient or any other sentient type being. And that's my understanding of inner dimension, of inner dimension, because you're moving from a frequency to a higher frequency. Normally a person walks around in around 10 hertz, maybe even 8 hertz lucidly, because their brain is functioning differently on a different frequency, on a different waveform as well. But while you're asleep, your frequencies actually raise quite high because there's no external stimuli to bother you. And because of that, thinking, once you think about it and you learn to raise your frequencies higher, you'll come to a different reality of understanding how frequencies can alter everything that you see, hear, taste, smell, and touch, as well as see in your mind's eye. When you understand that sleep is the fifth dimension, mind reading, in fact, is another dimension that you can use the mind's eye to see, and to use somebody else's mind's eye to see what they are seeing in their mind. What the frequency is, I cannot say, but it's actually a frequency that is on the third dimension. It isn't a very high frequency in which you have to reach on the fifth dimension while you're asleep, like dreaming does, or like seeing the future does. But when you understand this, you understand that you are just placing somebody's mind's eye on another dimension in order to see physically with your two eyes. Just as sleeping is when you want to see somebody dreaming and what they dream of and what is being held in their subconscious mind. With that understanding, when you realize that mind reading, like the previous video, was another dimension and sleep is a higher dimension of reality, and the third dimension is just a lower frequency, you'll come to understand how to actually activate your DNA to have a higher frequency, and as well as understanding how to remote view, which is the next video.